Hello everyone, this is the Vision here back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at some leaked gameplay of both Empoleon and Dhelmise in Pokemon Unite. This is very exciting, and we have this leaked gameplay because of El Chico Eevee. Please check them out down in the description. I'm going to have links to all the videos that I talk about today down there, as well as links to their channel, because if it wasn't for them we would not have this leaked gameplay, and I'm very excited about this. I mean, Empoleon is from Gen 4, I grew up playing Gen 4, that's the first game I played, so very excited for Gen 4. Pokemon Empoleon, a new starter, is super cool. And then Dhelmise is kind of like a hook Pokemon. I mean, we have Goodra, which has Power Whip, which is kind of like the only real hook type of move we have in the game, but it seems like Dhelmise might be more, like, have more things related to this hook. So we'll see. I don't know anything about these. I'm very excited about both of these releases, both of them being all-rounders, by the way, which, I mean, very populated class or populated role, but I do enjoy playing them, so I guess we'll see what we think of these here. We're starting with Empoleon. Oh, almost forgot to mention, if you want to skip ahead, I might have like timestamps or something, so you can use that down below to just skip ahead, and if there's certain moves you want to see or certain Pokemon, I probably have that there. But we're starting with Empoleon, and okay, we have Water Gun. As the user blasts a forceful shot of water in the designated direction, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon it hits. When this move is boosted by Torrent, it increases damage. Torrent gauge consumed, okay. I mean, in the mainline games, Torrent is like when you are low on HP. What is the Torrent gauge? Oh, I guess it's like below the HP bar. That's the Torrent gauge, I guess. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess it used it up because it went down to half. Interesting. Okay, that was Peck. This is all we get to see. Okay. Maybe, okay, I was gonna say, as the user jabs sharply pointed beak in the designated direction, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon it hits. Oh, it also gets the Torrent boost, okay. I thought it might just be like water-based moves, because... Is that? I think that's how Torrent works in mainline games, or actually I'm not sure, it might just be all moves. But I thought it was like Blaze is for like fire-type moves in mainline games. When you're low on HP, Torrent is like water-type moves, I thought. Maybe it's all. Either way, it's Unite. It's not going to be the same exact thing as mainline games, but interesting. I mean, Peck is kind of what we see with Blaziken, or I guess Torchic, so interesting how we have that. Early game seems to be fine. I mean, Peck, you have decent mobility, so stacking might be relatively easy to do. It feels like a Blastoise kind of, you know. But Blastoise, of course, you have Skull Bash, so you have a bit more CC, so you can get out of dangerous situations a bit easier. Oh, it was the same move. For some reason I thought we got a new move. That'll probably be at level 5, I would think. Guessing evolution will also be at 5. Yes sir, we have Prinplup and we have Metal Claw. Interesting. Metal Claw has the user charge in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon with Wings of Steel and shoving them. Okay, so shove, so I guess it has CC. It's a pretty decent range. Oh, and you get this shield as well. Interesting. Okay. And then, let's see. Yeah, decent. Somewhat decent shield, I guess, too. Okay. Man, it's so cool to see Prinplup in this game. Seeing, like I said, Gen 4 makes me so happy. Alright, we're almost level 7. I mean, I'm guessing level 7 evolution. Yep, there we go. Empoleon. And Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is a wild move, by the way. Okay, we don't have a description of what it does. That's unfortunate. But Hydro Cannon is like a wild move in terms of like the mainline games. That is a very, very strong move. I don't know for sure, but it's one of the strongest moves like that any Pokemon can get. Also, that's interesting how that works. It shoots a ball of water and then makes a whirlpool in that area. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. That is... Okay. I wonder how much damage... Like, it feels like it's not the craziest amount of damage, but it's kind of hard to tell. One of the biggest things with these is, like, the level lead. Also, it's a special attacker, I just realized that. Also, its basic attacks are doing special attack damage, too. Dude, Empoleon looks cool. It at least looks nice. It's kind of smaller than what I would think. But, I mean, it's like an Emperor Penguin, right? So it's a little smaller than what I thought it would be in terms of its size, but it still looks pretty decent. This range for Hydro Cannon is kind of long, by the way. Like, you can snipe objectives from this, or with this, potentially. Oh, Unite move, let's see. What is the Unite move going to be like? Unite move says, okay, that is a range and a half. Okay, has the user slide at high speed in the designated direction and form a whirlpool on impact, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits and throwing them. Okay, it causes CC. Whirlpool remains centered on the user, applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon. While the Whirlpool remains, the amount of torrent gauge increases is greater. The torrent gauge increases is greater. Okay, so you can boost up your other moves by standing in that. And let's see, this is a pretty big range for this move. I guess you keep going sliding until you hit an opposing Pokemon, I would think. It seems like that's how it works. Kind of hard to tell. We haven't seen it used yet, so I guess. Oh, there we go. Dang, it is very fast. That can be very deadly. You can like charge into the opposing backline pretty quickly. Like if you find an opening in the opponents, just launching that Unite move and hitting their attackers or speedsters, it's decent stun. Wow, that is... You can play that very aggressively. Also, is it gaining HP? Wait a second. It looked like it was gaining HP in the Whirlpool. I don't know if that was actually the case. I don't know if I missed that earlier. Yeah, oh my goodness, what on earth? Okay, it seems to gain HP, I think in the Whirlpool. It's also gaining HP from some other stuff. But yeah, it looks like in the Whirlpool area, you just gain HP. Interesting. So that means, I guess if you... Oh wait, upgrade strengthens the effect of the shield. Okay, interesting. So you can play this like... I guess this is maybe the closer range moveset, but it's not exactly close range because Hydro Cannon is kind of long range. But you can play it close range because you launch the Hydro Cannon, then you're using Metal Claw, you're having the shield, you're dealing damage when you're close to opponents, and then when you're in that Whirlpool, you're healing HP. So this is kind of a close range moveset, which is kind of cool. And yeah, interesting ways to... Oh, interesting. You can hit wild Pokemon with the Unite move. Ah, gotcha. Okay, good to know. So you won't go through. For some reason, I thought the Empoleon was gonna go through the wild Pokemon there, but I guess not. You have to really position that Unite move well. It's kind of like Talonflame's Unite. Like you have this long range that you can move, and it's pretty quick. But for Talonflame's Unite, you like carry lots of opponents. For this, you're just single targeting one opponent. But you're causing CC to them. It's great for if you manage to get that line of sight on an attacker. Absolutely deadly. Hydro Cannon Plus. Oh, we have upgrade. Reduces his move's cooldown when it hits a Pokemon from the opposing team. Okay, so it doesn't go... Okay, there, we just saw. I think it was normally 7 seconds, but it was 5 seconds with Hydro Cannon Plus. And it said from... Ooh, nice snipe. It only gets that when you're targeting opponents. So it's not like you can't get that off of wild Pokemon, basically. This is something else that's interesting. I don't know if this is always the case in this, but like the KO... what is it called? The KO streak counter, that looks different. I don't know if that's a setting, if that's a new visual. I have no idea. Oh, we have the Unite move maybe. Let's see. Oh, okay, that is... You can CC multiple opponents with the Unite move. Interesting, that is good to know. I thought it would just be a single opponent, but I guess anyone who's in that area will get United. Or will get knocked up. Interesting. This is actually a pretty powerful Unite move. I really think it can be very dangerous if used effectively. Okay, we haven't reached the other move yet, but I was just thinking about some stuff, right? Like, it's a special attacker, so special attack specs could be pretty decent. It seems like stacking isn't the most difficult thing to do. And also, 6 Moon is probably a good item on this Pokemon as well. Aqua Jet. Ooh, Aqua Jet. We don't have Aqua Jet in the game, I don't think. Do we? I don't think so. Anyway, has the user lunge at blinding speed in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits, and increasing the user's basic attack speed for a short time. And it's boosted by Torrent, decreases the special defense of the Pokemon from the opposing team. Oh, that is interesting. Okay. So Aqua Jet is a priority move in the mainline game, so let's see how... It says lunge at blinding speed, so let's see how blinding... That was pretty fast, not gonna lie. That was very quick. Oh my goodness, this is very interesting because pairing this Aqua Jet with the Unite move, I mean the Unite move is also pretty dang quick as well, so you position yourself with Aqua Jet and then you can Unite into their backline. It's thinking of potential ways. And then obviously if you have your like boosted Aqua Jet, you're going to potentially reduce special defense of opponents that are being hit with the Aqua Jet. Might be tough to like fully make use of that, but it would still be pretty effective. I also don't know how long that reduction in special defense lasts, how much it reduces it, but all of these different things could be pretty key factors. I'm gonna get to level 7 here. It's Whirlpool. Yeah, another Whirlpool Pokemon, interesting. How many Pokemon have it? Does Lapras has it? Cramorant has it? There's probably more I can't think of. Whirlpool has the user create a violent, swirling whirlpool, okay, around itself, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits and restoring the user's HP. Oh boy. When this move is boosted by Torrent, the amount of damage dealt and HP restored are increased, and the move also throws opposing Pokemon Y before ending with a slash, dealing damage. Why does this boosted one by Torrent do so many different things? Alright, that is kind of crazy. I don't know why it has to cause CC, but interesting. Okay, this is a very fast acting move. The Whirlpool is very quick. Yeah, it's just an instant Whirlpool, interesting. So just around itself and then it heals itself. Decent healing, it's not bad. I mean, there is like a pretty sizable level lead, so that's there. Man, not bad healing. I wonder if the healing is actually based on the number of opponents being hit. And I was about to say, does it heal off of wild Pokemon? It looks like it does, so this is going to be like Serena's Triple Axle, potentially. Like how you're able to use Triple Axle to just heal off of the Altarias. It seems like Whirlpool for Empoleon is going to do that same thing, and then if you have your boosted Whirlpool, you probably will just go to like full HP. Yikes. Kinda scary. I thought the other moves though was going to be more close range. I guess both of these are fairly close range. There we go, Unite move. That knockup is so long. So yeah, your positioning... Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, just showing the Unite move. The positioning with Aqua Jet could be pretty interesting, and then Whirlpool to get into the backline, Unite move to just single target someone else in the backline. You're like really in the opposing team's face, and there's not really a way they can escape because of how quick its moves are. Seems pretty strong. It's not like the most flashy or anything. I don't think like either of the movesets are like the most flashy, but they are different compared to what we have in the game so far. Like different in the sense like they provide a new like playstyle that seems somewhat fun, at least. Upgrade reduces moves cooldown. Okay, nothing too crazy. I mean, that is still kind of scary because Aqua Jet lowering the cooldown, you're able to just dash around a bit more frequently. It's not a bad thing, obviously. Yeah, so I mean, it seems to be... Oh my goodness, I was about to say, it seems like it can do a decent amount of damage. It has some crit as well, because that was like 1400 damage off a basic attack there. So there, 1300. So it does have some crit in its kit as well. So maybe... Man, that 1300 again. That is kind of scary. Upgrade increases the damage the Whirlpool deals. Okay. At least it's not increasing healing, but I mean, it seems like the healing is already really high. Oh. Okay, so... Good to know you're blocked by walls. I would imagine you'd be blocked by walls with the Unite move. I'd be very shocked if you could go through them, but just good to confirm that, I suppose. Yeah, the crits are kind of crazy with Empoleon too. So maybe Scope, or maybe not Scope, maybe Razor is decent. Of course, you'd have to mess with it a bit more. And then I talked about special attack specs. We don't know how good stacking will be, like how well it scales. But in terms of close range, I think Aeos Cookie is also not a bad option either, because this is a great close range attacker. The more HP you have, the more you can heal. Like, there's a lot of healing in this kit too. Like either Whirlpool or Hydro Cannon, both moves can provide healing. It just depends on your positioning. So, pretty cool moveset. I don't know if I love it, but it seems like it's fairly different compared to many other Pokemon we have. So at least it's unique. Alright, we have Dhelmise now. Dhelmise is, like I said, like the brand new hook style Pokemon, which is going to be exciting. We have Payback as the first move. I don't think we have Payback in the game unless Umbreon has it. I don't think it does, but Payback has the user swing its anchor, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon it hits. Alright, this is a first. Okay. The user deals increased damage if the opposing Pokemon hit the user while an attacker, or while an attack, or sorry, with an attack, I can't even read, while this move is being used. Got it. So kind of follows what we see in mainline games. Interesting. Also, Dhelmise is huge. What is going on with the size scaling? We have the Latios and Latias being tiny, and then we have Dhelmise being bigger than both of them combined or something. What is happening here? What is the size differentiation? Interesting. Bulldoze. Bulldoze? Really? Because Bulldoze is a ground type move, right? Dhelmise... It's a grass ghost, isn't it? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a grass ghost type. So Bulldoze is an interesting move. I was gonna say, what is it? Okay. Has the user shake the ground by slamming its anchor, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon and throwing them. Okay, that's fair. That does make sense, like, to have Bulldoze as a move then. Like, logically, I can see that making sense. This is also dealing a surprisingly decent amount of damage. I mean, it's a 1 level lead against the opponents right now, but it's kind of a good amount of damage, honestly, because it's 1v2ing. Again, it has a 1 level lead, but it's doing some chunks of damage here. It kind of reminds me of Aegislash right now, by the way. I mean, it might just be like the way it's shaped and stuff, but interesting. That was a chunk of damage, holy. Yeah, for the early game, it seems pretty strong. So you have Power Whip as the move here. As the user slash its anchor horizontally in front of itself, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon. Okay, slowing effect again. Deals additional damage to opposing Pokemon hit by the anchor's edge, leaving them unable to act. Okay, has CC as well. Hit by the anchor's edge, so I guess that's this edge of this thing here. The edge part there. If you get hit by that, you're going to stun them. Interesting. And no matter what, you're going to slow them. So that's a pretty solid move. Can't really tell how much damage. It's okay amount of damage too, pretty decent. It's not too low, not too... Oh, I can't really tell if it's too high, but yeah, pretty decent. Okay. So that was level 5, I believe, so I'm guessing level 7 will be its other move. Alright, there we go, that's the KO, and it looks like we're getting Anchor Shot. Anchor Shot, what does this do? Has the user throw its anchor in the designated direction and catch an opposing Pokemon with it dealing damage and leaving it unable to act. The user then pulls the opposing Pokemon towards itself. So, I mean, this is the hook we've been talking about, right? That is a long range. Holy, that is so good. wait a second. Excuse me? That is crazy. That range is insane. Oh, it is a skill shot, thankfully. Could you imagine if it wasn't? Could you imagine if that wasn't a skill shot? So you do have to be smart about aiming. It's actually like, what is it called? Telekinesis from Slowbro. That range is insane, and you can pull opponents through walls. Did you see that? I pulled a Vespiquen. So I'm guessing you can pull opponents too. Interesting. Like, actually disgusting. What on earth? This is very scary. But yeah, it definitely reminds me of Telekinesis from Slowbro, which, for those who don't know, that's my favorite move to use on Slowbro. It's such a mean move. You can stun opponents for quite a bit of time, and the repositioning, you can just pull the Rotom. Okay, interesting. Forcing it to leash, I guess. But that is actually such a strong move. Wait, what on earth? If you're securing an objective and it's starting to get kind of low, you can just pull it closer to your team, just like guarantee that it's on your side. Obviously, it wouldn't work with everything. Like, would it even work with a Lucky? I guess we don't know because we just saw it on Rotom, but maybe it would work on Regieleki. Don't think it would work on Regidrago or the other Regis, but still. Interesting. You have the Unite move here. Seaweed Snare. Has the user throw its anchor and ensnare a designated Pokemon from the opposing team with this long chain, dealing damage and leaving it unable to act. Okay. Stun. The user then charges at that Pokemon, dealing damage and leaving it unable to act again. Okay. If the other Pokemon from the opposing team are hit by the anchor or the charge, they take damage and are shoved. Okay. We just said 3 sentences in a row where we're causing CC. The user converts a portion of the damage dealt while using the Unite move into HP recovery. Okay, I'm sure. Let's just do everything with this Unite move. Alright, also this Unite move's range? What is this range? Where is it going? It's like Empoleon's range, but it's a CC move? Excuse me. Whoa. Slow down. Okay. So it used the move, it caused CC, then it charged into Talonflame, causing more CC. Wow, this is kind of broken Unite move, it looks like. Kind of broken might be an understatement, because what on earth? And then you also get HP recovery from it too. Why? Why that's a part of this? It literally just does everything. Okay. This moveset is incredible. Power Whip and Anchor Shot. I mean, Anchor Shot is such a threat on its own. Just imagine catching a speedster. It's over. It's over. You hit the speedster with Anchor Shot, they're actually just KO'd. I don't think there's any escape. And there's so much CC in this kit, by the way. Power Whip and Anchor Shot and the Unite move is insane. The upgrade increases the amount of damage dealt. Okay. That's one of the good things about telekinesis, is that it doesn't deal much damage. It looks like Anchor Shot, we're just... How much damage does this do now? I mean, that's pretty sizable. That's really scary, actually. Also, I didn't even think about invading. LGQEV isn't doing it right now, but they could target like any of the farm that's on the opposing jungler's side and just pull that jungle farm towards them, just stealing the buff. What happened? It united nothing? Okay, wait, okay. Interesting. It's good to know that you can just use your Unite move and completely use its charge, and it didn't like... Usually if that type of thing happens with another Pokemon, you get your charge back on your Unite, it goes to like 70%, but I guess you can just use it. Okay, good to know. Maybe that's how they're trying to balance it. You have to be smart when using it. I don't know. This damage is crazy. Obviously there is a huge level lead, but still, like, the damage, the CC, the everything with this. Oh, looks like we have Power Whip Plus. Increases the duration opposing Pokemon are left unable to act. Okay. I don't know if we needed to do that. Why are we... Okay, this is just a CC monster, it looks like. Wait a second. Wait a second. This Unite move, is it a point and click? It seems like it's a point and click, because for Anchor Shot you have to aim it, but the Unite move, they just... Oh no. Oh no, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? This needs to be balanced. It causes CC, then you charge into them, causing more CC. It's a point and click Unite that causes like two, what is it called? Like hits of CC. So much damage. It restores HP. You can target the backline. This is an incredibly broken Unite move. This moveset is also insane. Anchor Shot dealing a decent amount of damage. Power Whip. Oh, folks, I don't know if I'm liking this. I mean, it seems very fun. It seems very fun to play this. It seems like a nightmare to play against. Like an absolute nightmare to play against. Okay, that first moveset for Dhelmise was absolutely disgusting. We're moving on to the second one here. I don't know if we can top that one, honestly, because that was insane. I guess we're gonna find out here. Alright, there we... Okay, never mind. Do we have our 5 now? There we go. I was gonna say. Whirlpool. Whirlpool is its... Okay, that's a water type move. It's interesting. It has these like water type. I mean, Bulldoze made sense, but Whirlpool, I'm very surprised. I guess it's an anchor, so maybe it kind of makes sense. Either way, it has the user swing its anchor diagonally, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon. So both of these moves in this move slot will cause slowing. Interesting. This move can be used 2 additional times. The third time it is used, it generates a Whirlpool centered on the user, pulling in nearby opposing Pokemon. So, okay, it's kind of like Suicune, but it's around yourself. Maybe? Like Suicune? Because Suicune has Whirlpool, right? Something like that. This move's cooldown is reduced every time the user hits with a basic attack. Ah, interesting. Also, it's weird that it's green in color. Because Whirlpool is like... You would think it would be blue, but... Interesting. And then you can use it... Wait, now it is blue. Wait, it changed color. Huh? So I guess each time you use it, maybe there's a different effect for... Because this is also a different icon, I think, compared to what it was before. I think maybe each of the hits means something else. Oh, this is the actual Whirlpool around yourself. Okay, interesting. So I guess each icon is a certain effect, maybe? Maybe? Kind of hard to determine. Maybe one does more damage. One, of course, creates the Whirlpool effect. What does this one do? Hopefully we can find out. If they even do have different effects, who knows? Yeah, it's hard to tell. hard to tell with bots and stuff, but we definitely do know this one creates this whirlpool around itself, and then it brings opposing Pokemon towards it, so that's scary. Because it slows them down and you bring them towards you, so they're kind of stuck with you. Either way, we have Heavy Slam. As the user lob is a fun word, lob its anchor in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon at the point of impact and leaving them unable to act. Okay, everything in this moveset just causes CC. Opposing Pokemon near the point of impact take damage and have a slowing effect applied to them. The user then slams its heavy body down at the anchor's point of impact, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon. So much slowing effects, so much CC, like, my goodness. Oh, and then you pull. Okay, interesting. So you... Okay, well this is a much shorter range compared to the other moveset, so I guess if you want to be a close range attacker, maybe not attacker, but close range damage dealer, this is your way to play. It's kind of maybe more suited for that. Don't know if I like this as much. I mean, I don't think anything is going to match the other moveset in terms of that, what is it, like Anchor Shot? Anchor Shot's range is insane, and the outplay potential and the ability to steal farm and like reposition objectives potentially is crazy. Heavy Slam it's just a bit slower, I think, and then maybe this will deal more damage, but I guess you have to, let's see. Okay, I was gonna say, like, let's see them in this team fight, but they're okay. It's not like the craziest amount of damage, but I guess you're slowing opponents. There's a lot of slowing in this specific moveset. You're slowing them a lot, then you're causing some CC, but you're just really trying to fight them close range and slow them and prevent them from escaping. So it's a different moveset style, like a different way of playing this Pokemon. I do think I like the other one a bit more, but have to play it, of course, myself to see what I like, but definitely leaning towards the other one. I mean, there was decent damage there, so, you know, just have to mess around with it. Dhelmise. Very interesting. Another thing, it kind of feels like Aegislash in a way. I mean, Aegislash, it feels like Aegislash is a lot more tankier, because it's hard to see how tanky a Pokemon is in this because it's all bots, but it feels like Aegislash can become more tanky and deal like more bursts of damage, while Dhelmise can just deal a lot of CC, like an insane amount of CC. This is, I think it needs to be tuned down because the Unite move is the craziest thing I've seen in a while. The other moves are also pretty dang good. Upgrade, okay. So Heavy Slam upgraded first. Does that always happen? I thought Whirlpool would. Okay, anyway. When the user slams its heavy body down, opposing Pokemon at the center of the point of impact are left unable to act. Of course they're left unable to act. Oh, why wouldn't they be left unable to act? Great. This is certainly a disgusting moveset. So much CC. It is kind of disorienting to see that, by the way, because this has happened every single time it's united. It like uses its unite and then it does that and then it does it again. So I guess the first time is the initial CC and the second is the actual like secondary CC, but that does feel a bit disorienting, I'll be honest, but it doesn't matter if you KO them because this Unite move is insanity. Alright, we might see Whirlpool Plus, there we go, I was gonna say. Should be coming soon, level 13. Upgrade further reduces this move's cooldown every time the user hits with a basic attack. Interesting. So yeah, this is a very like close range moveset. Don't know if I like it as much. I'm sure there are cases where it will be potentially stronger. Maybe this is like a more tanky moveset to play. Maybe, again, like Aeos Cookie or like Resonant Guard. You can really build a bulky Dhelmise with this, Focus Band maybe even. Versus the other one, I feel like you can be a bit more aggressive potentially. Of course, hard to say exactly, but Dhelmise, Anchor Shot is insane. The Unite move is even crazier somehow. And yeah, these Pokemon, both Empoleon and Dhelmise, look very exciting. Very excited to play both of them. All-rounders are fun, and man, we have some exciting ones coming to the game. So I think there's nothing else. Maybe I'll wait for another Unite move just to see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, one more Unite to end it off. Let's see. The fact that it's also an auto-target, or not auto-target, but you can just like point and click lock onto opponents. Crazy. Definitely will need to be tuned down, I think. So hopefully you all enjoyed this. again, big shout out to El Chico EV, thanks to them for uploading this, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.